and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a get ready with me using some of my Project Pan items and kind of show you how I use them for my everyday makeup routine and show you some of the progress that I've made on some of these products. I know that it's inspiring for me to watch people's Project Pan update videos and see how far they've come, and it inspires me to keep going and keep using those products. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright, so I have my eyebrows on. I haven't cleaned them up yet, but to do that, I'm going to use my Rare Beauty concealer. I've been using this a lot with the Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation, and those two just pair really well together. So I'm going to carve out my eyebrows really quick. For brow gel today, I'm going to be using my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I like this because it's clear. If I'm having a day where I accidentally make my eyebrows a little too dark, this won't add any more color, but it also does a good job at making your eyebrows look nice and fluffy. So. Now that I have my eyebrows on, I'm going to start doing my eyeshadow, and for my base today, I'm going to use my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I've been liking this a lot lately because I used to use the P. Louise eyeshadow base, but I mean, when you're doing more simple everyday looks, you really don't need an eyeshadow base that thick. So I've been liking this one because it feels a little more lightweight on the eyes, and it's just more comfortable to wear. Alright, so the eyeshadow palette that I'm trying to pan right now is the Urban Decay Naked Honey eyeshadow palette. She's gorgeous. As you can see, I've been using her more. I definitely am making some progress. There's a little tiny dip in some of the pans, and you can definitely see all the brush marks where I've been using them. Some of these shades are definitely going to be hard for me to pan just because they're not shades that I usually reach for, and they're not really shades that I like the shade Queen here. I know I'm not going to get a lot of use out of a dark shimmery brown, but for today's look, I'm going to take a fluffy brush from Morphe. This doesn't have a name on it, but I'm going to use it, and I'm going to go for a warm toned look today. I'm going to take the shade Swarm right here, and I'm going to put that all over my crease. So I start cosmetology school tomorrow, and I'm really nervous. So our first day is online, which is good because I hate driving in new places, and I've been to the campus before, but my mom drove because we were doing a school tour. So I've never driven there by myself, and I don't really like driving on the highway, but that's something I'm gonna have to get used to. But at least I have my friend Kia. We just happen to both want to go to cosmetology school, and we both want to go to Aveda. So we picked the same class schedule, and so now I get to have a friend in all of my classes, and I get to experience cosmetology school with one of my best friends. So I'm very excited about that. Alright, to deepen it up, I'm going to take a ColourPop E22 brush, which is a fluffy tapered brush, and I'm going to go in the shade Dip right here, and I'm going to put that on the outer corner of my eye and blend it into my crease a little bit. Alright, now that I have that on, I'm going to go in with the shade Sweet right here, and I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to use that to blend out the edges and make sure my eyeshadow looks a little more seamless. For my lid shade, I'm going to go in with the shade Golden today, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid. I just remembered to do this, but someone recommended on one of my Project Pan videos that I should use the eyeliner that I'm trying to use up, which is a gold color, as an eyeshadow base, so I just remembered that, and I'm going to try that today. That is really pretty. It definitely helps intensify the gold shade, so I like that a lot. And because this is a lighter gold, I'm focusing it on the inner portion of my eye. Wow, I love this. So thank you for that recommendation. You're right, this looks absolutely gorgeous, so thank you. So when I'm just doing my everyday makeup, I don't like to take the time to do a winged eyeliner because I'm not that great at it and I have hooded eyelids, so it's a little harder to put on for me. So today I'm going to take the shade Sting, and I've been using this a lot just to tightline my eyes instead of putting on winged eyeliner. It's just a little bit easier for every day, and it actually looks really good with my eyes. I feel like it makes my eyelashes stand out, and I think it also makes my eyes stand out too, so. And using eyeshadow as an eyeliner is another great way to pan darker eyeshadows that you usually wouldn't get a lot of use out of. Lately when I do like gold looks or warm tone brown looks, I'll use a brown mascara, and lately I've been using the one from ColourPop. It is in the shade Brownie Points, and I just really like the way this looks with the eye looks, and I think it really brings out my blue eyes just because it's a warmer tone than a black mascara would be. I mean, this isn't the best mascara formula I've ever used, but I still think it looks pretty good. Look at like these lashes compared to these lashes, looks pretty good, and it holds for a pretty long time too. So, I mean, I don't think I'll repurchase this mascara, but it's definitely good enough to use for now. So I actually ordered Samantha Ravndahl's new brand. I ordered the Glow Lust in the lightest shade, and then I ordered 2 of the eyeshadow duos, and it says they're out for delivery, so they should be here today, and I'm really excited. I always feel like these eyelashes are shorter than these, but it's okay. I'm also going to use this brown eyeliner, and I'm gonna tightline my upper lash line really quick. Alright, there we go. My eyes have been tightlined. I'm so glad that I'm getting more use out of this eyeshadow palette because it really just makes my eyes pop with these gold and brown tones, and I'm loving every minute of it. So really glad I chose this one for my project pan because I think this one is actually achievable, and I think I can actually use up these eyeshadows. Alright, moving on to face products. Today for primer, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. I've been trying this out more recently. I tried the new e.l.f. CC Cream in my last video using this, and I've also tried it without using this primer, and it definitely looks better using this primer. So I'm not a huge fan of that foundation just because I really feel like it emphasizes my texture. Like, it had great coverage. Like, I wish all my foundations had coverage like that could like actually cover my acne, but I just didn't really like how it emphasized my texture, and it didn't have super great lasting power either. Like, it kind of like got cakey by the end of the day, and it didn't last very long wearing a mask. So I'm not a big fan of the foundation, but I do really like this primer, and I've tried it with my Infallible foundation, and my makeup actually turned out really good that day. So I'm gonna try that again today, and we will see how that goes. So I'm taking 2 pumps on my hand. I'm just gonna put that all over my face. Okay, so after you put that on, you're supposed to let it sit for 30 seconds. So while it is sitting, I'm gonna go check the mail again and see if my package is here. So it's not here yet. Oh well. I'm gonna spot conceal really quick using my NARS concealer. Just on my problem areas, you know how it is. This pimple is really giving me some issues today. He is not fun. I went to the dermatologist because my acne was not getting any better, and she put me on a medication that's supposed to like regulate my hormones, and oh my gosh, the side effects are so annoying. Like, I have to pee every 30 minutes, and I'm just not really seeing any results. Like, I've been using it for 2 weeks now, and I thought I'd see some improvements, but I'm not really seeing any, and I'm still getting acne. So I'm honestly thinking about doing Accutane again. I've done it twice, and it worked well for me. Like, I didn't have any breakouts for like a year and a half to 2 years. I had super clear skin. It wasn't oily, it wasn't dry. And then my acne would come back, and that's happened to me twice now. So I'm thinking about doing it again because it really did work, and I'm hoping, you know, third time's a charm maybe. And I won't break out anymore, I hope. But I haven't been seeing any improvements in my skin, even though I have a skincare routine and I feel like I take care of my skin. I've been trying to drink more water. I've been consuming less dairy. Like when I make smoothies and stuff, I make them with oat milk. I've noticed that my skin plays the biggest role in my confidence. I could have my hair in a bun and be wearing a terrible outfit, but if my skin is bad, I'm in a bad mood. And yeah, my skin just plays a big role in how I see myself, and that kind of sucks because I have terrible acne prone skin. Come here, kitty. Winston. Come here. If you hear purring in the background, it's my cat. This concealer, a lot goes a long way. Like this is all I need to blend out like my entire under eye area. So this is gonna take me a while to go through, but look at the difference this makes. Like I look bright and awake on this side, and on this side I look kind of dead. That was a lot of concealer. Let's pick some of that up. Hey baby. Alright, now that I have concealer on, I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent powder. This isn't my favorite powder, but again, Project Pan, trying to use it up. So when my acne is really bad and I need a little more coverage, I'll basically bake, and I'll take this. I'll take a lot of powder on my sponge, and like where I have a problem area, like right here, just set the crap out of it. Like yeah, your skin will be really matte at first, but it's worth it. And me, as I go throughout the day, my skin kind of warms up with the product, and it'll start to look more like skin and look better throughout the day. So I tend not to put powder on my forehead just because that's a drier area of my skin, and with a more matte foundation like this, I don't really need to set it just because my forehead doesn't really crease. I'm gonna go in and finish my eyes, and I'm basically gonna do what I did on the top lid on the bottom lid. I'm gonna take Sting again, which is that dark brown we used, and I'm gonna put that as close as I can to my lash line. And I'm just gonna focus it right here on the outer corner so that it kind of has like a lifted effect and lifts up my downturned eyes. Now that I have that, I'm gonna take a slightly fluffier brush, and I'm gonna take Drip and blend that out even more. And lastly, I'm going to take the shade Swarm, and I'm going to connect the top lid to the bottom lid. So I'm going to go back with that eye pencil that I used earlier, and I'm just going to use this on the inner part of my eye. For my inner corner, I'm going to use the shade Flyby, which is the lightest shade in this palette, and this is really good for highlighting. You'll just see the amount of difference it makes. Look at this eye compared to this eye. Like, it just looks so much brighter. I love this on the inner corner. It's so pretty. I'm going to go back in with my mascara and put it on my lower lash line. For bronzer today, I'm going in with this Kaleidos Makeup Charisma Contour Powder, and This isn't in my project pan, but I'm starting to see like the little ridges of the pan, so I might as well just use it up if I'm using it that much, you know? I was so sad today. I wanted to get the ColourPop Valentine's Day collection. I wasn't gonna buy everything in it, but I just thought those mini eyeshadow palettes were so cute, and the heart-shaped blushes. That's what I really wanted. And I was eating my lunch, and then I look at my phone and I realized it was 12:17 and that they launched 17 minutes ago. So I go on the website, and of course everything is sold out because that's how it works at ColourPop. So it's okay, I don't really need it. I was gonna film a video on it, but it's okay. It's fine. If you have acne on your cheeks and you're putting on like bronzer and stuff, use a really light hand and build it up slowly so that you're not scraping off your foundation, so that your acne doesn't start showing through again. And when I go on parts that I didn't set, like my forehead, I just like to tap it on there because swiping motions will help it come off faster. So you don't want to do that. Alright, now that I have added some life back into my face, I'm going with my Milani blush in the shade Tea Rose, which is the one I've been trying to pan. As you can see, the rose is getting a little bit flatter, so we're making some progress here. I'm going to take a ColourPop F30 brush, and I like to wear a lot of blush, so I'm going to pack this on my cheeks. So pretty. So a lot of my Project Pan products aren't my favorite items to use in the world, but I find ways to make them work just so I can use them up and get rid of them faster. For highlighter, we're going back in with our ColourPop highlighter. Our pan is a little bit bigger now. Full shade, I use it almost every time I do my makeup. I'm going to use this fluffy ColourPop F33 brush, and I'm going to apply this highlighter on the high points of my face. I like to put a little bit on my forehead as well. I also like to take a little brush like this and put highlighter on the bridge of my nose and my brow bone. For lips today, I'm going to be using my ColourPop BFF pencil and my ColourPop Luxe lip oil in the shade Skinny Dip. I really like these Luxe oils because they look like lip gloss, but they don't feel like lip gloss, and they're a lot more lightweight, so they're much more comfortable to wear on your lips. For setting spray today, I'm going to use my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I love this stuff because it just really melts all your makeup into your skin and it looks more skin-like. Alright, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and seeing some of the progress I've made on my Project Pan items. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!